Hey everybody, it is Corinne from fitandfat.com, and I know it's been a little bit since I have been on, probably like 10 days since I've been live on my public page, but if you got to participate in my free challenge last week, you know we ran a group of over 800 women who were in a closed private group who got to work with me and experience what it's like to just get coached, see what my method's all about on how to lose weight and all that kind of good stuff. And now that the challenge is over, I am back to my regular weekly live. So usually I go on the weekends at some point, and this weekend I am in beautiful Florida. I am with my mom, and this is her pool. And that's why I'm in a bikini. So I am grabbing my live while I am poolside as people join. And I also have a wicked glare. So guys, I may not be able to see all the comments. I see a lot of my tribe members coming in. So if you are PNP Tribe, put PNP Tribe in. If you are new to PNP Tribe, hashtag new PNP Tribe member. And if you are a groupie, PNP Tribe groupie. So this is what I want to talk about today. I often tell people that, you know, you have to multitask when it comes to getting your self-development. Now, a lot of people are like, you always say don't multitask. Here's the thing I do believe in. When you are getting manicures like I did today, you listen to podcasts. You don't just chit-chat to the lady, unless you know the lady, which is fine. But I don't know these people down here in Vero Beach, so I am sitting there and I'm like, I'm going to listen to my podcast that I get to, like, I don't get to as often now as I would like, and ones that I think would benefit, you know, all of my tribe members to be able to just help them. That's one of the best ways I know how to be able to pass knowledge on to you guys, is for me to always be trying to up, you know, my game. So I'm sitting there listening, and I listened to a great podcast today, y'all. It's called, The Brendan Show. So it is the and then Brendan, Brendon, and show. And I've been listening to him for a long time. Let me take my sunglasses off. I've been listening to him for a long time. He's rebranded his show, and now he's doing 2 shows a week like I do. And one is like a live, it's kind of like what I'm doing. I have the Facebook Live that I put out on Saturday mornings for you guys, and then he's also has his regular scripted version. And so I listened to his one on success today, and I was like, holy shit, like I really have to talk about this. And I'm giving him all the credit, but I want to talk about it in my way. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because I have almost 200 brand new members who are at the beginning stages of working with me and weight loss. And as you can imagine, they're scared shitless, they're nervous, they're wondering, is this going to happen for me? It's so easy to go into self-doubt, fear, and overwhelm whenever you try something new, that it is almost like a knee-jerk reaction. And then I have my other members who are all, you know, like shits and giggles and life's great and posting all the good stuff. And, you know, so it's funny because I go in every day and I check on, you know, both tribes, because my newbies get 30 days where we just keep them together and we work with them on the basics. And so I go over there, and it's just like, you know, I'm excited, but I'm nervous, and I don't know what I don't know, and, you know, there's all kinds of things going on with them. Then I go over to my normal tribe, and they're like, I made a mistake, and here's what I learned. Will somebody coach me? And like, or I'm rocking and rolling right now. I know I'm a fuck up, but this is what I did today. And so they've learned over time to just keep moving forward. So I'm listening to his podcast today, and it fit beautifully with what I'm going to talk about. So if you're one of my girls, here's what I need somebody to do. If you are new PNP Tribe, you need to go and share this over into the new group, so that, or if you're one of my girls who's just decided they want to repeat the basics and get like a stronger foundation, share with the new group. If you are old school elder, you need to get over into PNP Tribe and tell them bitches quit looking at my assless panties and come on over here and listen to my live. For all of you who don't know, I was at Victoria's Secret, $6, and I bought I swear to God, 2 pairs of panties that have no butt. And we're just like all trying to figure that out. But I promise you, it will be a staple of my wardrobe at some point. And then if you are one of the girls who was in the challenge group who did not join and you want to share with your friends, now is the time. All right, so let's talk about success. Here's the thing you guys need to know. It is so easy when you are trying to lose weight to negate the things you're doing right because you're thinking about how far you have to go. If you're thinking about the end destination or where you want to be ultimately or anything like that, anything that you do today in comparison is going to feel like ass. It just will. I mean, if you think about it. So one of the things that he was talking about in his podcast is that you really have to dial into looking for success in today and not the big ones. I see this happen all the time so on Fridays, all of my tribe members, new or old, they weigh in. Some girls will lose 2 to 3 pounds, sometimes even more if they're in their first weeks. They'll lose a pound. They'll lose weight, essentially. And the first thing that they think is, it's not enough. It should have been more. They're disappointed because, I just have so far to go. It's hard to even, celebrate a pound when I need to lose 100 more. And so it steals your joy. And if you don't know how to practice feeling some success, recognizing success, you can't stay in it for the long haul, guys. Why would you? If nothing is ever good enough, if nothing's ever working fast enough, if nothing is ever right, why would you keep trying? So I see that as a fatal flaw in so many of my clients. They just, no matter what, they are just bound and determined to hold themselves to a standard of not good enough. And then eventually what happens is when you don't think you're good enough, you will be on the lookout for your failure. And then when you find a small failure, you will magnify that shit so big that you'll catastrophize it. However you say that. And then, guess what? That momentum starts building. So you have two choices. You can have the momentum of success, or you can have the momentum of failure. Momentum can happen in either one. You need to choose wisely which one you want to build up and which one you want to get going. So he broke it down into 3 steps. I broke it down into 3 steps too that are even simpler. He said you got to see it, you got to feel it, you got to share it. So his first one was a little different than what I'm going to tell you, but basically the way I have all my tribe members do it so that everybody knows and you can do it yourself, we just happen to remind you and coach you through it, is we have everybody do on Sundays a keep, start, stop. So on Sunday, I got this from my yoga teacher when I got yoga certified, is you pick first, before you evaluate your week, what is the one thing I'm going to keep doing this week that I did this week? Your keep is something that you were doing great. And we all have it. But some of you just don't want to see it. Like, you don't want to look into the small detail to find it. I mean, seriously. And celebrating the small successes is what builds momentum. If you're waiting around for a big, freaking big ass deal, then you wait forever. It all, until you hit the big success, guess what? Let's just success right here. Oh, here's you, right? Let me get in the screen. If you can't experience the feeling of success and the thoughts of success until you get here, then you've got the river of misery all the way up until here. So you're saying, hey, I'll tell you what, I'm going to feel like ass until I hit some kind of huge ass milestone. That does not work. You've got to figure out a way to feel good on the way. That's how you get here. So you have to see it. So all my girls do keep, start, stop. They pick one thing that they're going to keep from the week. You always have something, guys. Do not let your brain fool you into thinking that you don't have it. Keep looking. Your job is to keep looking, not to believe the lie. The next thing is, what are you going to start doing this week? Like, what is something that you're ready to start trying? And that, again, small. I taught you guys all the time, commit to the small things. If you've never watched me, if you've never listened to me and you're like, what the fuck is she talking about, the small things? Go to my podcast. Listen to my podcast. Somebody put my podcast in here. It's phit.click/podcast. I have plenty of podcasts with my co-hosts where we talk about small things. I think episodes 1 through 3 talk a lot about it. And so the next part is the start, is keep, start, and then what are you going to stop? that is like the third part of the process, is when you finally get to figure out, all right, what is the one thing I know that I need to stop doing this week? If I'm looking at my week objectively, and I'm going to decide what is the thing that I know in my heart I probably need to drop if I want to drop some pounds off my ass, this would be it. And guys, I again would look in the small details. Success is always built upon the back of the small things. It is not the big overhauls. It is not, let me change my entire diet and let me hire a trainer and let me do all these things. Success is always about the little decisions and the little things that you're willing to look at and the little things you're willing to examine and accept. So the second part of the entire process, so the very first thing we're going to do is we got to see our successes. Like I would honestly, guys, if it was me, every freaking day I would figure out what is the one thing today I know I did right. Always end your day feeling like I did something right. The other place that we practice at in the tribe is on, if you guys notice, on our weekly weigh-ins, I have you doing a full worksheet. We don't just send a weigh-in in. We do a full worksheet on what's going on in our freaking brains. We talk about the behaviors of the week, the ones that went right and the ones that didn't. All of that's on there. It's so important. It is so important. So then the second step is, once you see it, then you need to actually feel it. I think this is a key piece that I love that he talked about in his podcast that was so good, is that very often what we do is we write it down, but we don't really internalize it. Like, we don't take a hot second to think, okay, yes, I did do this. You need to get excited about it. You need to think about something that you did and disallow it's not good enough. It could have been more, or whatever that thought is that pops up after. You know, I love it when we say, like, I lost 3 pounds, but you cannot put a but after feeling success. When you have your thing and you truly want to feel it, you just feel it. And you cannot be afraid to look at your successes and own it. I swear it breaks my heart when I see my clients tell me they are so afraid to feel good because they feel like the rug's going to get pulled out from underneath them. I'm like, you're manifesting it. If you never allow yourself to feel good, you're never going to win long term. And here's the thing. Rugs don't get pulled out from underneath us. Like, it's always, if you're willing to feel your success, that also means you're willing to look at your failures and level up and double down and do more. But you can't pre-fail and expect to feel better. You can't sit there and say, well, I'm not going to like really believe this, because just in case I gain my weight back, then somehow it won't hurt as bad. I ain't ever met a woman that gained her weight back, whether or not you felt awesome or whether or not you were terrified, who was like, well, thank God I felt like ass, because now that I've gained my 50 pounds back, you know, that didn't hurt that bad. This is okay. I can live with this. Said no one ever. So never try to pre-fail yourself. You're not protecting yourself. You're just saying, in pre-failing, you're saying, I choose to feel miserable right now, versus I will feel some misery if something happens. But for now, how about I just enjoy myself? That'd be pretty freaking good. So you have to actually feel it. And the last part is sharing it. Now, if you're one of my tribe members, that's easy. You have a whole tribe to share with, right? I mean, guys, get in there, share. It's always funny to me because when you guys are talking about the awesome things that are going on, it is like momentum builds. It inspires others. You teach other people lessons and stuff. And then there are some people who will post because they're like, I've been reading everybody's successes. It's time for me to get on this train. I'm tired of sitting back on the sidelines and reading everybody else's successes and not doing the work. So today I'm posting. Today I'm doing it. And then some people will be like, I can't handle it. And they'll just quit. And you know, I hate that for them, because they always have a choice. But I would never tell my tribe members to not celebrate themselves, to not make somebody else feel bad. I'd be like, you spend your time feeling good. You let them choose how they're going to show up in their life. They need to see that other people are choosing to feel good. They're never going to feel good unless they see other people choosing to do it who are just like them. And if you're not one of my members, find people you can share your successes with. Figured almost every woman has a posse somewhere. Find your posse who cares and wants to hear about your successes. and start working with them on that. So that's the big thing, guys. Success is critical. It is, I think, a feeling that women who need to lose weight don't realize is important, is they're holding themselves back with it. They're just, they're terrified of it at times. And I'm like, that's some bullshit. We got to change this. It is everything. And I want you doing the small wins. I'm all about y'all celebrating, when you get in a Queen's Club and you've lost 25 pounds and when you've lost lots of weight. I think that's awesome. But every person that's lost a lot of weight has also recognized all the little things that they were doing and changing. It is the smallest wins that are the sweetest, because they're the ones that equal up to your big ones. All right, I'm going to go through here and answer some questions. Whew! I am rolling sweat. Now, I know y'all are probably like, you ain't got no clothes on. Why are you so hot? But it's hot. Just tell you, Vero Beach. It's no joke. Let's see. Hey, Chandra. Going through here. Somebody had a question. Headmistress, you cracked me up. First time listener and new member. Hello, Miss Summer. All right, I'm going to get to the question in a hot second. I know. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you for all the hearts and stuff, y'all. It really, I tell you, it's so funny because, like, when I see them, I'm just like, yes, I'm on a roll. Hey, Shauna. Seeing you in your bikini reminds me of the beach retreat. Miss you. I know. And I didn't even bring this top. This is some freshie for you, Shauna. Can you believe I only brought one down here? I was determined to pack light. Raven, when is the next opening? The next opening's going to be middle of October. I have to get past. I'm having a coaching retreat. It's the last one of 2017 too. Mama's not doing another one in 2017. My son's birthday is Halloween, so I got to have it before then. And all of my coaches are coming to Nashville. We're doing 2018 planning. We did one little retreat one time where but at that point we only had 2 people that worked with me, but they're all coming, and we are going to plan all of all the camps, the retreats, race, anything we're doing in 2018, plus all of the workshops that we might be offering, the monthly lessons. Everything that we give you guys is getting on paper, and we are setting the schedule, and I'm promising them on my boobs that I will not change it, that this is what we're going to do. I'm glad you found that you needed this, Miss Kelly. Leslie, I am thrilled with small successes this week because I think I can do this again. Oh, good. And thank you for stepping up and leading the challenge too, Leslie. That was very good. That's whimsical. I swear, Heidi, if I might actually have another top like this. I should just send it to you. You've been commenting on it for 2 days. Anna, you cannot pre-fail and expect to feel better. So deep. Thank you. Let's see. If anybody has a question, do it now. Julie, get on board. The best ride ever. Y'all are so funny. Tracy, you look amazing. Thank you. Gail, any advice on getting beyond a plateau? Yeah. So I actually have a video on it. If you go to the Facebook, if you go to my PNP girl Facebook.com/PNP girl, search for plateau. There is a plateau video that I've done. But I'll tell you where to find it. Go to PNP411.com. Search the blogs. There will be a whole video on how to bust a plateau. We did like a whole talk on it. And I probably have some other blogs on it. And while you're there, if you want, you can take my free course. It's more for beginners, but I tell you, more people take that free course and end up breaking plateaus because it talks about the basics. A lot of people want to break a plateau and they're not really doing their basics. They think they are, they feel like they are, but they're not actually doing them. So I always tell people, never try new stuff, never complicate the system until the foundation and the basics are built and steady. You can't get like some kind of higher level bullshit until you're consistently drinking water, consistently showing up for your exercise 100%, not overeating. Like I love it when people want to have a more complex diet and they're still overeating. I'm like, why don't we do the basics first? Let's just do that. So if you'll go over there, but the biggest thing about plateaus is literally it's going to take making sure that you have all of your journals and that you look at them. I told my tribe members this yesterday, and it was super helpful for a lot of them. I was telling them that look at your past week or two and then grade it as if I was looking at it, not your eyes. Your eyes always say, I'm working so hard. Look at all the sacrifices I'm making. And that stuff's great. And I think that's success. Like I was talking about earlier, those are the successes you definitely need to embrace. But you don't need to take your successes and let it cloud the things that you can level up. And that's just the way it should go. Like, you just need to like think, all right, here are the things I'm definitely doing right. But here are the things I need to like double down and work harder on. So grade yourself. Go through each day. Grade yourself based upon what you think like somebody like me would give you. And if it's not an A, where are the areas you need to like bring up and do a little better? For a lot of people, plateaus come down to two simple things. They're getting less than 7 hours of sleep most nights. Most people just need to sleep and they'll lose some weight. The other thing is water. They're just not getting their water in. And in the summer, you probably need to be, like I drink a gallon a day. I have to drink more than a gallon a day in the summer just to keep up. Just to keep up. That's not even like, you know, flushing it out kind of shit. That's just like basic, I don't want to get dehydrated drinking. So I would think about those two things. And then just looking around and making sure the overeating, like no overeating, even the healthy stuff. If you're eating snacks that you are not hungry for, that's overeating. I don't care if it's, you know, it's what they say, like a whore in church. You know, she's all dressed up, but she's still a whore. It's like, that's the way I feel about protein bars and stuff. Let's see. Kathy. It takes a village to raise a child and a tribe to lift a woman to her fullest potential, mind, body, and soul. Damn! I love that. Kathy, I may have to steal it. All right, I'm going to keep this one short because Mama's sweating. She's going to get in the pool. I got to go find my kid. He's in there eating somewhere. Listen to the podcast. A new one came out this morning. It was one of the videos that I did. It's a long one, but it's one of the videos that I did for the challenge. It was all about journals, and it was more than just how to keep one. It was about the importance of them. It was about getting motivated to do it and how to like do a journal without beating the shit out of yourself over it or not wanting to do it because you're so ashamed of what you're doing. You know, it was like big time, deeper concepts and stuff. So take a listen to that, and then we'll have a new podcast out next Friday and Saturday. So if you go to fit.click/podcast, you'll find it. And then if you want to, you can always go to PNP411.com, and that's how you get on my mailing list. If you've never taken my free course, get on over there and take it. In October, when we open again, we will do a free challenge week again. Does not matter if you did this one, and you know, no matter what, you can do it. So I tell my tribe members not to get in because it's like the beginner stuff. You get all that plus some in the tribe. So, but for all of you that would like to do it, if you go over to pnptribe.com, the wait list is open once again, so you can get on that mailing list. Because if you're the only way that you can get into the challenge is to be on the wait list. Cindy, I lost 13 pounds since I joined in March, but lately I have gotten lazy and have lost enthusiasm with attaining my goal. What is the best way I can get mindset back in the game again? Cindy, I think the first thing is like making sure that you're getting back to your basics. So you need to have that journal, and you need to watch, I think I did this. Cindy, will you post this in the tribe and let me link you to a video? Have you done, well, first of all, have you done No BS 2 yet? That's the first thing I would ask you, is I want to make sure that you've done No BS 2. It's a kick in the ass, and it's also the next, it's the phase, it's like what we do after No BS. And it goes deeper into the thought work side, and it goes deeper into like, you don't always have to feel like it. And that would be my best advice. But Cindy, post in there, let me get you hooked up with a couple of resources. There's a video I really want you to watch that has to do with the decision of how do I get myself going again? Will you just start doing some stuff? Seriously. You have to, like, you got to figure out, what am I not doing that, I tell you what, Cindy, look back, what were you doing in March? This is not a motivation problem. This is, you've got to start doing things so you can start feeling motivation again. And starting to do things means you've got to quit waiting around to feel like doing it. You're not going to feel like doing it. It's hard. It's going to suck ass at first because you got to get back to doing it. But you got to be like, I get it. I'm not supposed to wait until I feel like it. I'm just supposed to start doing some things, and then I start feeling like it. But the very first step is the mindset of like, I'm not going to wait around on motivation, and I'm not going to wait around on feeling like it. Today, this is what I'm going to do. And staying in today too, Cindy. It's all about being right here, right now, not thinking about where you were, like, oh, in March, I was doing so good, and I was so motivated, and it was all so shiny and new. Well, it ain't shiny and new anymore. And that's when you double down. That's when you're not waiting to feel like it anymore. It's easy to feel like it when something's brand new, because it's brand new. When it ain't new, and it's requiring you to just, like, level up and be like, I want it. And when you really want it, you don't wait to feel like it. Oh, Cindy, I know what I'm going to do. What was your last name? I'm going to tag you in it. I just shared a post in the other group, but I'm going to share it back over to you guys. It was my mentors. This is going to be perfect timing for you, Cindy. I'll post it when I get off here, before I get in the pool. And I will tag you. All right. But that's what you got to do. You don't wait till you feel like it. So when I do it, I want you to post what the hell you're going to do tomorrow. Because I guarantee you, tomorrow you ain't going to feel like food prepping. You ain't going to feel like drinking your water. You ain't going to feel like exercising. You ain't going to feel like making your plan for the week. You're not going to feel like posting your keep, start, stop. You're going to be like, oh, so much work, Corinne. I want you to pick a couple things and just get after it. All right. Kelly, I'm not going to wait. I love it. All right. Guys, I will talk to you later. The dogs are coming out. My mama's behind me. So have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Please feel free to share this video when I'm done with your friends. And please go visit the website, pnp411.com. Sign up for the free course if you haven't taken it before. And I will see you later. Bye, y'all.